Soon turned out had a heart of glass. Seemed like the real thing, only to find mucho mistrust, love's gone behind. Once had a love and it was divine. Soon found out I was losing my mind. Seemed like the real thing, but I was so blind. Mucho mistrust, love's gone behind. In between, what I find is pleasing and I'm feeling fine. Love is so confusing, there's no peace of mind. If I fear I'm losing you, babe. Once had a love and it was a guess. Soon turned out had a heart of glass. Seemed like the real thing, only to find mucho mistrust, love's gone behind.
Welcome to the Virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Sports Ball with Drew Absher. Please welcome to your screen, Sports Ball.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sports Ball. I am your gracious host, Drew Absher. Jesus, that's not good. Usually we, Sports Ball is a game of trivia, where we're talking sports, but also doing some trivia. Today we're going to do something a little bit differently. Today, or tomorrow, I guess, rather, is the NBA draft. And my Sacramento Kings, our Sacramento Kings, everyone who watches Sacramento Kings are notorious for being god-awful at drafting, giving up several chances to get generational talents and passing that up for some of the fucking most embarrassing players to ever put on an NBA uniform. And so I decided that, I think instead of doing sports ball as normal, the way that we should do it today is we are going to draft. We're going to have a draft of players who the Kings passed up in the draft. This is going back. I went back to 2009 as the farthest. 2009. Yeah, 2008 or 2009. I forget. And I made a list of 50 players. And I invited some of the biggest Kings fans / Sacramento people, Sacramento comedians that I know. Please help me in welcoming. We'll go in this order. Jack Brown.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Daniel Humbarger. Josh Means.
What's up? Happy to be back.
And I guess technically defending champion Robert Emoto. Here with this crown on. There's nothing to really.
I want to recount.
I'm not really sure how we decide a winner today. I guess that I could make a judgment call on that. I think this is more just an exercise in masochism, more than anything. I don't really have a way to determine a winner. I did have a question that we need to. So here's going to be the rules of this thing. So we are going to be drafting, keeping in mind. We are drafting going into the 2020/2021 season. So a season that starts on December 22nd this year, and I'm so fucking pumped for it. But we're going to be drafting teams to compete in that year. So that means a guy like Steph Curry is on the board and a guy like Giannis is on the board. It'll be interesting to see where our contestants go strategy-wise, whether you want to take, a 32-year-old Steph Curry first overall, or if you'd like to take a two-time defending MVP overall, even though Steph's game's a little bit more accessible to everybody. Anyway, the other question I have to ask for my contestants, and we'll go around in that order I introduce you guys, Jack, Daniel, Josh, Robert. I'll be the tiebreaker, I suppose. Do we want to do a conventional draft or a snake draft? Let me explain my thought process here. Because the talent diminishes pretty quickly, I think a snake draft might be the best way to go. Because, you got like Giannis, Steph, Luka, and Kawhi. And then after that fifth pick is kind of hard to pick. So just something I wanted to throw out there. We'll start with Jack. What do you think? Conventional or snake?
Snake it up.
Daniel?
Snakes, man.
Josh?
My favorite Atari game, Snake.
All right. Well, Robert, your vote doesn't matter.
Conventional.
Hey,
I'm the tiebreaker. I also say conventional.
real quick, Drew. You said we're drafting this team for the next season. Are we also thinking about the season after that, or is it just a one season? Let's run it for one season.
One season and go.
All right.
Yeah, I think that'd be tough to be like draft young when you got like Steph and Clay up there. You know what I mean? But I like where your head's at, because I'm in that same boat where I'm like, I need my guys to be good for 2 or 3 years. Are we talking rookie deals? What are we talking? Do I need to give these guys extensions? I like where your head's at, Barger.
Can we fire the coach? I can get a new coach.
Front office, Daniel. Yeah. You got to pick your coaches.
I was
Okay.
going to sign them to diminishing contracts. That way they
Right, yeah.
Oh, it's loaded up front.
Yeah, front-loaded contracts. I want my guys making league minimum is last year of the deal. All right.
20
so
grand last year.
I racked my brain trying to figure out how to determine the order, because I think that is kind of important to this thing. And I thought alphabetical was going to be bullshit. So I came up with an idea. I went through that entire list of 50, and I added up every single one of their all-star appearances. And we are going to play a Price is Right style guessing game of how many all-star appearances are collectively through that 50. So basically, how many all-star appearances did the Kings give up in pursuit of Jimmer Fredette and Nick Stauskas? Price is Right style, does everyone know what that means? Don't guess over. If you guess over, it's negative. And so we'll just go in order of closest to furthest. We'll start it in the same order I gave. Jack Brown, what is your guess for?
So I wore the suit because my whole bit was going to be that I was the professional the Kings didn't have, but then you gave me a math question, so I'm pretty quickly going to look like an idiot. We have 50 players on the list. There's no way they couldn't have made 10 All-Star games each, so 500 is a crazy number. I'm going to say...
You're really bad at math.
Yeah, oh my God.
I'm going to say
Austin Rivers got a few.
249.
249, okay.
Yeah.
Daniel? This is...
I think Jack just wants to go last. So
This is my favorite thing, is because Jack's guess is going to fuck up all of your guys' brains. Like, you're all going to be like, is that close? I don't know.
300,000 All-Star appearances is a crazy number.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say that.
Split that in half. You're good.
Yeah. So we're saying like not just like how many players, but like we have to also include if they multiple years have been to the All-Star game.
Sure. Like Steph Curry is a 6-time All-Star.
Right. Okay. So that counts
that would
as
count
6
as
and not
6.
just 1.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and also thank you for that information.
are any of them 240-time All-Stars?
Yeah. So Jack said what? 249.
240. 249. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go with 69.
Okay. All right.
Wide gulf. Very wide gulf to play in for Josh.
And remember, the goal is to not guess over.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, I'm having fun.
This
I believe in
right
this
rules, so I'm
talent.
gonna go 1.
One.
Okay,
I'm kidding, I'm
Josh
kidding.
Means going. Oh, okay. Joking about the 1. Not fun to joke around.
Sorry, I didn't know this was a serious podcast.
Yeah.
Would you even call it a podcast? I don't know.
I don't.
27 is my guess.
Okay. 27. Robert?
70.
Robert with an entire race riding on his back there. All right. So the order will be Josh Means going first, Humbarger going second, Amoto going third, Jack Brown going fourth. The correct answer was 58. 58 collective all-star appearances between the
Jack
50
looks like he
people.
wants. He's like, you sure it's not two?
Yeah, we can. Josh already made a recount joke, but yeah, I'll do that too. You're telling me with the talent on this list, these guys didn't make more All-Star games? Well, the team I put together will have all 58 All-Star appearances.
Steven Adams has 9 by himself.
Probably made third team All-Star, whatever.
What's so funny about Jack's guess is that knowing it's Price is Right style, like he was like 249 because I think it's probably 250, but I don't want to go over on it.
It was quick math on the spot, man. I stand by it.
I felt when I was
your
coming up with it, I was like, it's hard to go first in this, because it only, it's tough to have a gauge of reference. Like Robert had a pretty good, and Robert still fucked it up. I mean, still shit the bed there, went way over. But okay, I think we're ready to get going here. Hold on, I just got a message. All right, never mind. I thought it was Jesse telling. Last time the feed went down, so I was worried about that. All right, so it's going Josh Means, Daniel Humbarger. Sorry, I got to write this down so I can keep track of you guys' teams. Robert Amoto. Josh, you're officially on the clock, Josh.
All right, now I have 5 minutes to make my pick, right?
Not with that envelope.
If you take 5 minutes to make the first overall pick, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my. Oh, what?
I was gonna say how much time do we get though? Like 30 seconds, a minute? What do we get?
Yeah, I mean, take your time. We're comedians. We'll figure out a way to stall. But
Fair
all
enough.
right, so riff it out while I decide. No, I'm gonna pick my boy, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Woo! This is unexpected. I'll be honest with you. I put it up on Instagram today.
I think he definitely the first pick.
I mean, there's like 2 other names, maybe 3.
Yeah, it's my turn. Does anybody want to engage in trade talks with me?
I can move up a slot. What am I giving up?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give up your next 2 picks to get this one pick.
No,
I have about
Robert's gonna be Danny Ainge, and he's like, I would make that trade, but I'd hate to part way with one of my 19 draft picks. So
yeah,
unfortunately,
you give me your first round and your third round. You can even keep it. No, all right. I'll take Luka.
Wow, no respect for fucking Steph. Are we listing Luka at what do you guys think? A shooting guard or a point guard? I mean, you can, but we're trying to go position.
Forward. So I'll let you know what position that once my team is filled out.
I just want to point out that Luka went number 2 like he should have in the draft he went in.
Oh yeah. I did take so just to refresh everybody, Giannis was taken in 2013. The Kings selected Ben McLemore instead of him. Yes, Luka was of course taken in 2018 instead of Bagley. No, let's have Josh. What position do you want Giannis to be on your team? I wrote him in at power forward. I assume
that works.
Yeah.
Okay, and Daniel, what are you thinking? Luka at the 2?
I'm gonna have to tell you the small ball picks, dude. Like I don't know.
No, hold on. I think we should. Okay.
Why do you have to know now? Like,
how about?
Did you imagine Adam Silver? Like, all right, so you're gonna draft LaMelo Ball. Is he gonna be a point guard or a shooting guard?
Well, I didn't want you guys to come in and be like, I'll take Zach. I didn't want you guys to come and be like, I'll take Zach LaVine, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, and Steph Curry, and be like, okay, but you guys are gonna get fucking ran by a team with the center.
My
You don't
analytics.
know his coaching strategy. You don't know his
My
coaching.
math.
Maybe one of us likes the Rockets.
Yeah, and guess what?
I just want fans in the seats. I'm not going after a championship.
Yeah.
Robert's all about the bottom line. He's like,
Yeah,
"Look,
I just want to fill the arena, man. It's Kings.
I just need
we
star
haven't.
power.
Yeah, man.
I'll trade for
only
Russell Westbrook.
Only one team wins the chip. Let's just get people in the seats. We want downtown packed.
Okay, how about this? How about by the time you make your next selection, you have to declare the position for your last one?
I think that we should be able to get like 3 or 4 because I could have.
Why does it take
at point?
Because I have to keep track of all
Luka is a hard
shit.
one.
You keep track of who we drafted, and then can't you write in like what position they're playing next?
Yeah, Luka really is a hard one. In fantasy basketball, he's like the only one they give 3 positions to.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, all right.
I mean, it's not my fault I picked the savant, you know?
I think you should go like 3 wings or a point, 2 wings, and 2 bigs or something like that.
Yeah, I just wrote down
flex. It's a flex position in a.
I'm giving you guys
positionless basketball is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 flexes.
Ability. Like you could tell me you want to run Giannis at the 3, and that's totally fine. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be like no, but I'm just trying to make sure that we have some kind of balance here.
For sure, yeah.
Well, listen, I'm taking Kawhi Leonard at small forward.
Okay.
Thank you
but he's told me he might want to run. He's told me he might want to run point.
I got to taken, man.
Yeah.
Robert wants to put butts in the seat by picking the star who sits out the most games.
Oh, got him.
It's COVID. We only got he's no load management now.
Switched around so quickly from we need fans and seats to it's COVID. There's not going to be any fans anyways.
The good news is Kawhi will make Robert trade every single pick he has for a mediocre second man.
All right, I guess I'm up. I'm going to go with Steph Curry, and I'm excited to see his mom out and about town. I think it's going to be fun to bring that energy to the city.
That's fair. I think that you brought a good point. That's going to put some ass in seats if you just promised to show her on the Jumbotron. You're definitely going to get some. Jack, I'm assuming you're taking Steph Curry as your point guard?
I am.
All right, cool. By the way, this is the only thing nerdier than fantasy football drafts. All right, Jack gets Steph at point. We're back to Josh at the top here.
No, we're snake drafting.
We're snaking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're snaking. Jack, coming back to you.
Oh, okay. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler, though. I know he's cheesy as hell, but again, his best friend is Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg's going to be in the city. The most unlikely friendship of all time, Jimmy Butler and Mark Wahlberg. I want to see that up close and personal. Jimmy Butler at small forward.
Wait, where's this narrative coming from that Jay Butts is corny? I love Jimmy Butler.
Oh, I think he's one of the corniest guys in the league, but I mean, I like him too.
Really? I think he always struck me as like a very cool dude. Like remember that fucking story when he was in Minnesota that he fucking ran the starters off the floor with the 3rd string? Like
yeah, Drew, when's the last time you played team sports? That guy's an asshole, man. That guy's a corny asshole. Try hard in practice, saying he's waking up at 4 a.m., screaming at Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like him, but he's on my team, and he's going to win.
All right. Well, we agree to disagree about Jimmy Butler. I like a guy who's taken, last pick of the 1st round, comes from a JUCO. He's like, didn't have a mom at 13 years old or some shit. It's a hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
motherfucker.
let's make that be the last word. I'm being mean to the guy who didn't have a mom at 13 years old.
No,
Next
Jack,
pick.
I'm just saying, man, there's plenty of guys on this list you could have chose from. You picked a guy and then decided to shit on him. I'm just saying, it seems like you hate him and you're happy his mom left him. I get it, but okay.
That's how good he is.
I want to get Zach LaVine, and I don't really think he won that dunk contest.
All right, Robert, coming to you.
Hey, who was Jack's second pick? Oh, it's Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. Oh, by the way, Jimmy Butler was
first
taken.
pick. We talked so long about it. I forgot about Steph Curry.
We almost had Jimmy Butler, except we went with Jimmer instead of him. Took Jimmer Fredette instead. So we got the first couple letters right there.
Yeah,
but,
Jimmer
all right.
Fredette.
Yeah, bummer.
Hold
on, Robert. One thing. You know what my favorite part about the Jimmer draft pick is?
We traded down to get it.
That we drafted Bismack Biyombo.
Oh yeah.
And traded him for Jimmer. Like,
We also
just
got the worst
shit.
player. We got John Salmons. in
Exactly.
that
I was just gonna say we got Sabbath back in the trade too. He was like literally one of the most hated kings of all time, and then we got him back, and we're like, you can't make it.
We
Yeah.
always get players back.
They traded shit for shit straight
Ben
across.
McElroy.
It was incredible. Yeah, it's truly anyway. Robert, sorry to interrupt you. Who are you going with?
I'm going with Devin Booker.
Yes.
Man. D Book.
Thank you for leaving me.
I know exactly where
Lillard,
Humberger's going.
motherfuckers. I got
you guys are
Dame.
crazy.
Are you kidding me? Y'all are done.
You guys got no defense. We're gonna post you guys up. What are you talking about?
Robert,
Devin
did you have a
Booker's about to
position
post you up.
wanted Booker to go to?
Huh?
Did you have a position for Booker? I mean, I guess he's a combo guard. You could run him at the
I'm gonna put him at the 2.
I figured. Okay. Okay, Humberger, do you want to lock in Dame at the 1?
Yeah, we'll put Dame at the 1, and then I still haven't decided if Luke is my 2 guard or small forward.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, I was thoroughly shocked. I mean, I knew Jack couldn't go to Dame there. It's probably too small of a backcourt with not enough defense, but I thought Robert would for sure get Dame.
Dame has a good relationship with his mother. I don't want him on my team.
Yeah. Good point. Josh?
I'm going to get somebody. I don't know his relationship with his mother, but his one with his dad is pretty good. I'm getting Klay Thompson.
Oof. Dude, Giannis and Clay, that's terrifying.
It's almost as good as
Could happen.
I wanted to get Giannis, Klay, and
right?
Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did just one thing for people watching, because this might get confusing. These are all first round picks, by the way. I didn't go into the second round at all, just because that would be, that's almost unfair to the Kings to be like, what, you guys didn't see Draymond Green being a good player? It's like, that seems unnecessarily stupid. But anyway, so I just wanted to clarify that.
Shit on him so hard already in just the first round.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yes, there's enough to criticize sitting right in front of us. Okay, Josh, do you have a position for Clay?
Yeah, 2 guard.
All right, and we're staying with you, Josh.
I'm going to go for a center now, and I'm going to get Bam.
That's a great pick right there with Giannis.
And nobody's scoring inside.
Yeah, not a chance. All right, Daniel.
Okay. Let's fucking see what we got.
I mean, there's still, this is what's so fucking crazy about this, is Trae Young,
I'm going with
Siakam still there.
Yeah.
Kemba, Paul George, even Karis LeVert, man, this is crazy.
Calm down, Bill Simmons. You don't need to list
fucked
everybody.
I know, listen.
Dude, I just, the thing that was fucked up about doing this was I just kept getting more and more depressed every time I'd pull another name.
Yeah.
I did 50 times of just getting sadder and sadder, where I'm like, dude, we could have had even Andre Drummond instead of Thomas Robinson.
Who was the one that you you knew was going to be a stud the most out of all these guys?
Luka. I mean, and I know that's
sense.
kind of an obvious one, but it was based on everything I saw from Luka, it was this guy is a no doubter. You know what I mean? Just a guy
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you watch, and I get this is, I'll defend this real quick. I actually kind of understand the Marvin Bagley pick a little bit, because listen to me on this. This is the only way to justify it in my brain. Not saying they should have drafted him over Luka, but Marvin Bagley coming from Duke looks like a sure thing as well. And if I'm the Kings front office, I'm examining every fucking draft mistake we've made and going, the most Sacramento Kings thing to do would be to pick this Eurostar who doesn't pan out, instead of the guy I've seen play at Duke and is dominant. So from that perspective, Marvin Bagley is the safe pick. Knowing all of that now doesn't help us at all. But I kind of see why they could be Marvin Bagley's safer here. I wish they would have just traded down.
The EuroLeague that Luka played in is tougher than college.
100%. Yes. And he's
and
19 years old winning
MVP
MVPs.
in that league at the age.
He won regular season He won regular season MVP at 19 over there.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
it's crazy. But I just mean that like Bagley, like
Here's
if
why
Bagley was same thing with DeAndre Ayton. You know what I mean? The Suns don't get any shit because Ayton's actually kind of panned out a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if he was all busted like Bagley, is everyone would be roasting the Suns too? But the Kings just get it because Bagley can't stay healthy. But
Well,
Anywho,
and the reason that they didn't take Luka is because Vlade knew Luka's dad and thought his dad was a bum, so therefore
They
Luka
had
must be a
beef.
bum. Like fucking.
yeah,
Anyway,
So
I'm gonna
stupid,
take
but
Donovan Mitchell.
okay. I'm assuming that locks in Luka at your 3, unless you want 6'3" Donovan Mitchell playing the 3.
No. So Dame's my point guard, Donovan's my 2 guard, and Luka's my 3.
All right. I hate to say it, Daniel, you still might be getting cooked on defense here, though.
I don't need defense, dude. I'm hitting fucking 3 threes from half court.
All right. Okay. Logo Dame. Robert?
I'm going Trae Young.
Damn it.
It's a good pick.
So you're gonna run Trey at the 2 or Steph at the 2?
Huh? No, I got.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking
Trae
at the
Young.
wrong.
I got
You're
Trae
right.
Young,
You're right.
Booker,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Kawhi.
Yeah, I was looking at Jack's.
Yeah, you're looking at my shitty draft. Stay out. That's mine.
All right. I like Trae Young. I like Trae Young with Kawhi. I like that pairing. All right, Jack, coming to you.
Could be 85 points.
Ooh, this is
Per
going to
game,
be
right?
tough. So I already have Butler at small forward, but I feel like it's either got to be Siakam or Paul George. And I feel like Paul George's his stock could not be lower right now. But making the playoffs, it's not going to be a problem for him. You know, he's awful in the playoffs, but it's not going to be a problem for him in Sacramento. So he could be positive for us, but I'm going to go with Siakam. I'm going to go with Siakam, and I'm going to play him at power forward. I think he's got a lot of potential to keep growing. He can't be the lead option, but he won't have to be on this team.
See, I think he can totally be a lead option. I mean, in Toronto, obviously. I really hope that they build something good around him because I like the way that guy plays a lot. Okay, so just to recap for some people at home who might be listening, still got like Zach LaVine on the board. Still got someone already took D-Book. Still got DeMar DeRozan, Drew Holiday, guy who just netted like 19 fucking first-round picks in trade. Kemba Walker still available. Then a lot of young guys. I'm a big Shai Gilgeous believer. And then I also threw in De'Aaron Fox and DeMarcus Cousins on here, just for fun. So fun to just throw in the only 2 picks that have actually panned out. I did want to just say Paul George is going back to that All-Star thing. I didn't realize that Paul George had 6 All-Star appearances.
He ran shit in the East Coast, in the Eastern Conference.
That Eastern Conference is such dog shit, dude. Like, Paul George is not a 6-time All-Star. No chance in hell. Like, he was a good player. But, goddamn, dude. Yeah, he's tied with Steph for the most out of everyone. They both have 6. But, all right. Jack, we're staying with you due to the snake draft. Where are you going?
Due to the snake draft. It was your idea. We liked it.
Oh, no, I said due to the snake draft. I promise. I like the snake.
CJ McCollum. You can play him at shooting guard.
Okay.
Trae Young's off the board. CJ McCollum's off the board. Siakam is off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bam Adebayo's off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I do like how Jack was like trying to decide between Siakam and Paul George, and then had 2 picks and was like, you know what, fuck Paul George.
There's only one roster spot available, and it's not going to Pandemic P.
He talked himself out of fucking layoff P. All right, Robert, coming to you on this.
I'm taking Sabonis.
God damn it.
Whoa, I love that, dude.
I do too.
Step out and guard, son.
Damn, all that defense you got on the perimeter, though.
No, they ain't getting
It's going to get fucking hurt inside.
They can't even get in there.
I'm assuming you want him at the 4.
Yeah.
All right. You don't have to say it now if you want to.
Yeah, I might swap. I might see.
Okay. Yeah, DeMontis Sabonis was taken in 2016, and Kings went with Marquise Chris, who I think we then turned into what, Bogdan and Papa G.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun. Super good stuff. All right. Humbarger, coming to you.
Give me Rudy Gobert.
Ooh.
Take a few. Yeah.
Patient 0.
Patience.
All right, Josh.
I'm gonna team up the guy who just teamed up with Giannis yesterday. I'm picking Drew Holiday at the 1.
Woo! At the 1, nice. I've always been a big Drew Holiday fan just because it's cool to have a dude with a different spelling of my name.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's like, that's awesome. Like
if you
Daniel,
ever do
you're probably a
blackface,
big.
you could spell your name with a J-R.
Humbarger, you're probably a big fan of Daniel House, huh?
Daniel House.
Daniel House. All right, cool. And then who are we going with back-to-back picks here, Josh?
At the 3, fuck Pandemic P. I'm picking him anyways. Paul George.
Yeah, that's hard to be mad at that. I mean, like everyone gives. I think that what sucks is that like Paul George and even Westbrook to an extent. I know we're getting off topic here, but like Westbrook, like and Paul George are in a very similar boat where like I think that people are really forgetting how good the players they actually are. But it's like their body of work recently just hasn't shown it at all. So like they're getting all this fucking disrespect. Like Paul George was still a good defender in the bubble. You know what I mean? Like he was shit in the playoffs, but like dude was still a lockdown perimeter guy. It just sucks like when you see so much fucking slander on a guy and you're like, God damn, lay off him a little bit. You're like,
that was bad.
He's still a good player. Yeah, it's tough.
He's in a toxic workplace, and here he was in a toxic workplace environment with with Doc Rivers. So
Yeah,
he was, he was what they were like arranged to marry Doc Rivers' daughter and then cheated on her, and you got to play for their dad. That's crazy.
The story's even more fucked up than that. Like, we can sidetrack. We got plenty of time, dude. He was dating Doc Rivers' daughter.
Right.
Got a stripper pregnant. Offered her $1 million to get an abortion. She said no.
Ugh.
She took him to court, and through the legal proceedings, he fell in love with the girl he got pregnant, and then left Doc Rivers' daughter to go marry the woman he got pregnant, and offered $1 million to have an abortion. He ended up marrying, and they're pregnant with their second kid right now. So hey, I guess it's a fair.
You should hire her as his agent. She said no to $1 million.
Like, no,
got half.
Yeah, but then Callie Rivers went on to date Seth Curry. Or are they married now? Her and Seth Curry.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. I mean, don't you think that if your dad and brother were like NBA people, you would try to stay away from NBA people? Like, I don't think I would date like I don't know. Isn't that weird to be like just ruin their fucking lives?
He's a millionaire, bro.
I know, but like even Paula Gretzky had the wherewithal to marry a golfer. You know what I mean? Like,
fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like she didn't fucking dabble in that pool.
What is golf but just hockey on grass and a small?
That's actually an excellent point. Yeah.
That's the thesis of the movie Happy Gilmore right there.
If Adam Sandler ever taught me anything, it's that. Okay. So right now, let's just recap what we got here. Josh has got Drew Holiday at the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Giannis at the 4, and Bam at the 5. It's a pretty
championship team.
That's a nice fucking lineup right there. Dude, that's what every Lakers fan thinks their team is going to look like.
Yeah, you always see the Photoshop with all the Lakers jerseys.
Yeah, they're all trade for Luka. You're like, what the fuck do you guys think you have to offer? You're going to get Danny Green in a second rounder? All right. Daniel, you have Luka at the 3, Dame at the 1, Donovan Mitchell at the 2, and Rudy Gobert at the 5. Robert has Kawhi at the 3, Devin Booker at the shooting guard position, Trae Young at the 1, and then Domantas Sabonis is unannounced. Steph Curry at the 1 for Jack, CJ McCollum at the 2, Jimmy Butler at the 3, and Pascal Siakam at the 4, still waiting on a center for Jack. Okay. I know. I mean, honestly, like, flow-wise, everything works. I was afraid someone was going to go, like, you know, like Pascal and Giannis, and then we'd have to be like, what are you thinking? Like, that's not going to work at all. Anyway, Daniel, what do you got here?
All right. Well, on the what are you thinking tip, I'm taking De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You weren't gonna do that, Josh.
I was.
Oh,
I wanted to just because, like, I do that on 2K where I get Giannis on the Kings and team him up with Fox.
Yeah.
But
It's filthy. Yeah.
I don't know. I figured
It's
Drew
a
has
very
a better
fun
chance this year.
It's a very fun thing to do in 2K is just add Giannis to the Kings because they're beastly. All right, so Daniel's just rounded out his starting lineup. He's going to look something like.
I still have a hole either at center or forward. De'Aaron is my first guy off the bench.
Oh, got it. I was going to say, man, this is
Didn't you get Rudy
small
Gobert?
ball.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So he's waiting for his power forward right now.
Okay.
So Fox is going to be a reserve. Cool. All right. So Daniel is still waiting. I was going to say, man, this is a small fucking team. Okay, cool. Daniel just did the thing where you pick like Justin Tucker in the 5th round of the fantasy football draft and be like, got my kicker, boys. They're like, dude, you have one running back. You're like, I got the best kicker, baby.
He's arguably the most talented dude left on this list, and I'm drafting best player available. He's going to be my first guard off the bench. Are you serious? Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I'm not hating on the pick. I would say there's some pretty talented people still here.
I agree. I can wait for him.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to be made. But anyway, Robert, coming to you. You're going to go with the bench guy? You're going to round it out by picking up
I'm going to go Hamburger strategy, take a bench player, but I'm going to take a proven guy who's actually an all-star. I'll take Kemba Walker.
Yeah, 4-timer.
Cross that name off.
Yeah, I was like, Hamburger's like, he's the most talented guy. I'm like, well, look, I know Kemba's not having his best go about in Boston, but the dude's a fucking beast.
I'm not saying he's not a beast. I'm just saying Fox is faster.
Oh, I agree. Look, I'm a huge De'Aaron Fox fan. I would be devastated if they traded him, but
we'll see when Daniel's team matches up against Robert's.
I might swap it. If I play Daniel's team, I might start Walker, and then Trae Young meets Fox off the bench.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do it, man. If you want to put Walker up against Dame Lillard, good luck, dude.
The whole team's going to be winded.
Just letting fucking Trae Young cook on a second unit would be so funny.
It's so nice that the NBA agreed to honor these teams and have them play against each other with Robert and Daniel coaching.
Yeah.
That's really cool of them.
That would be amazing.
There will be no load management.
You're playing Kawhi. Get in there.
Robert
Playing
just
48 minutes.
Guy just runs them into the ground. All right, Jack, coming to you. Hopefully you had some time to think here. You're getting 2 picks back to back.
Okay. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the first one. He's going to be coming off the bench, but you're right. I mean, he's just heck of a player. Kind of ignored for a little bit, but I think he's going to be a household name coming up.
I think he's going to blow up this year without Chris Paul there.
And then I need a center. I don't think I can wait for a center to come back around with everyone else picking, but I mean, obviously JaVale McGee would be hilarious.
Yes. Very funny.
Miles Turner is pretty good. Clint Capella, how his star has fallen. Jared Allen's on a great contract. But I'm going to go with Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he can give me a little bit of shooting there, too.
Love him, dude. Love that pick. And for the record, Jaren Jackson was my guy. If the Kings passed on Luka, I was hoping they would trade down and get Jaren Jackson. I think that he's going to take a little bit more time to develop, obviously, but fucking love Jaren Jackson.
Well, with Jimmy Butler getting in the gym at 4 a.m. and screaming at him, he's going to develop real quick.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Jack. I like the way you're thinking there. All right, cool. So Jack gets his team rounded out. That looks like Steph, CJ McCollum, Jimmy, Siakam, and JJJ. And then he's got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander hanging out on the bench ready to come up. All right, Robert, coming back to you.
I'm gonna go. Need some rebounds, man. I'm gonna go Drummond.
Okay. You're going to start him?
Yeah, I'm starting him, and he's never
All right.
playing in the fourth because he shoots like 50% from the line. So don't worry about that.
All right. Robert goes Drummond, and I'm assuming that pushes Sabonis to your 4, unless you want to have Sabonis guarding 5. But I think Drummond's probably better suited there. All right, Daniel.
Hey, give me some. Oh shit! Wait a second. Oh. Okay. I pick up. Fuck, man. You know what? I'll go Michael Bridges here.
All right, we're going Bridges. And I'm assuming you're paying. Well, you're gonna play it. You're gonna start him at the 4.
Yeah. I need
All right.
defense and some outside.
Yeah, I like that. I think Mikal Bridges is pretty.
Little three and D stuff for me.
Yeah, there you go. Modern NBA right there. All right, Josh.
All right. For my bench, I want to get some bench scoring, so I'm gonna pick up Zach LaVine.
Oh my goodness, I'm surprised Levine made it this far.
Maybe the 2. I'll decide later.
Accidentally erased him, dude. I didn't have him on my list. That's still available.
Dude, I never had Jimmy Butler on mine.
Yeah, dude,
Really?
I deleted him.
Zach LaVine.
Forgot to add him on there. That's I was like,
Dude, the Jimmy Butler hate is real on this show. Robert's like, I wouldn't even have drafted him if I had the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, you should have put Isaiah Thomas on here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then with my next pick, I'm gonna get Karis LeVert at the 3.
I fucking love it, man. That's my guy right there.
I also think both of those guys can play with Giannis.
I agree. I think there's still a lot of people on this list. It's weird because Giannis plays such a specific type of basketball. But for some reason, I'm looking at the list. I'm all, yeah, he can play with Giannis. Yeah, he can play with Giannis. It's very odd. Like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
looking
weird.
even at
They
a guy
can play
like
with the best basketball player in the league right now.
well, like stylistically,
It's so crazy.
Like, even a guy like DeJounte Murray, where you're like, yeah,
Can you believe
he'd
this
be
guy
like
can
an
catch
excellent
passes
fit.
from Tom Brady?
On a list of the
Whatever. You know
best
what I
players, some of them are pretty good.
All right, Humbarger. Well, hold on real quick. I mean, Fox and Luka couldn't play together.
According to
That's one
Vlade,
thing.
he's the fucking worst GM of all time.
No, man. I was told that would take touches away from Fox, and that wouldn't work. So, yeah. Actually, Daniel, your team becomes null and void since you have them both on there. It means
Yeah. Well,
you've
you know,
automatically lost.
that's why I have Fox coming off the bench.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. You can't have those
Only
guys.
one ball.
Yeah, you got to make those guys split minutes. You don't want those guys
That's what's up.
being on the court at the same time.
All right. So is this our last pick then?
This is your last pick. I mean, we have time. We could do another round. It's up to you guys, but
Yeah, I'd like that. Why
yeah, it
not?
doesn't matter to me. We could draft 8. That's fine.
Okay. Let's see here. Back to my list then. I'll take DeRozan.
Yeah, I was surprised DeMar fell that far.
Likewise. And in fact, I might move him into my starting forward spot and then bring Bridges off the bench.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan's also one of, I guess he kind of falls in that Russ Westbrook category too, where it's like, I've been seeing a bunch of people shitting on DeMar DeRozan. I'm like, dude, this guy, I mean, he's a fucking mid-range killer. Yeah.
Exactly, dude. And you bring
it's
him and
fucking-
Fox off the bench.
And
together.
he's a goddamn bully too. You know what I mean? He's a goddamn. I mean, yeah, you're not going to hit a single 3-pointer, but DeMar DeRozan's going to back down your like the other team's center. You know what I mean? The guy's a fucking paint bully too. I love him. All right, Robert.
I want a guy who's interchangeable. In a bunch of I'm taking Porter Jr.
Okay, so you're going to go with MPJ.
Yeah, off the bench.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Robert doesn't believe in COVID. Good to know. All right. He doesn't think vaccines are effective. All right. All right, Jack, coming to you here.
So we have one more pick, or so I have to do 2 right now?
Yeah, you have to do 2. I mean, you get to do 2. Please don't make it sound like I made you be here.
I have
Well,
to
you're going to make me do 2 more?
I hate all these basketball players on my team.
I watch football.
No, just hate Jimmy Butler. Okay, so I know I look like the kind of guy who would draft Gordon Hayward because of this shitty ring light I have. It's white as hell. But I'm not drafting him. I just wanted to do that bit. Robert, actually, I don't know, Robert, I don't know if you remember this. So this just dovetails into what I look like type thing. Like maybe 4 years ago when I started getting into comedy, I went to a show at another theater, I won't name it, and Robert was doing stand-up, and I like just didn't really know what was going on at this point. So I sat in the front row, obviously a no-no. And Robert goes, "Hey, this guy looks like a polite serial killer, doesn't he? Stand up, turn around a little bit. Does he look like a polite serial killer?" And he asked the woman I was sitting next to if she was with me. She went, "God, no." She wasn't with me, but it was so funny, and I always love that. So Robert, that was super funny. I'll take Dennis Schroeder.
I can't even argue. I don't remember that, but I cannot argue that I wouldn't do that.
It sounds like an Emoto thing to do.
As soon as I said as soon as you said I stood you up, I'm like, oh fuck, I probably did that.
That's some Emoto.
You know what though? I've been in the back of a comedy club so many times where Robert goes, "I got to find a white guy to say looks like a polite serial killer." It's all preloaded, dude.
Oh, yeah.
None of it's natural. None of it's organic.
white guy
why are you peeling back the curtain there, Drew?
They're all
Mystery.
preloaded, Jack.
I'm saying which premeditated crowd work line should I say?
He looks for a black woman to say looks like Big Mama's house. It's a whole thing, man. He does them all.
Well, I feel a lot better with mine then. That one sounds potentially problematic.
Yeah.
Mine's statistically accurate.
Yeah.
I
All right, Jack,
don't think you look like that anymore. I think you look like a guy who got fired from Sports Center.
For drinking on the job. Makes me look like I have botulism. Jesus, my face is so red. Okay, but Dennis Schroeder's my pick.
Mm-hmm. And then you get a second one here too.
Yeah, I do. I made the Gordon Hayward joke. I'm gonna go with Tobias Harris, man. Everyone's sleeping on him.
Yeah,
Plus,
I was gonna take him though.
Yeah, and plus it might mean that he brings his very tall friend of John Wick fame, Boban, with him. I'd love to bring him into town.
Yeah, that's fun. I love Boban, dude. What a fun guy to have around. All right, I'm just going over who's still left here. Trying to pull some names for people at home who might not know. JaVale McGee still on the board. Lauri Markkanen, who I think is more a problem with Chicago than with Lauri. I think that baby Dirk still has some game in him.
Yep.
The aforementioned Dejounte Murray, Kelly Oubre, Clint Capella, Yusuf Nurkic, Ricky Rubio. Yeah, anyway. So a couple big names still remaining. Robert, coming to you with your last pick of the evening.
You know what? What I need here? Another big. I'm gonna go Nurkic.
Okay. Yeah, I love this pick. Nurkic is a bad guy. Bad dude. It freaks me out when to be doing something so stupid and hearing Robert clicking a mouse. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, he took this like seriously. He's got like spreadsheets and shit.
It's Moneyball, baby.
I got my fucking spreadsheet open.
It's not a good spreadsheet. I didn't even have certain people on it. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
No Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's undraftable, dude. I love it.
You added Michael Porter Jr. though. I looked through the list Drew sent.
I know, but there's been a couple people that I missed.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I did copy and paste this to so I could just have it up right here.
There you go.
All right, last pick, right?
Yeah.
All right, so to me, it comes down to either Kelly Oubre or Lauri Markkanen, and I think based on my lineup that Markkanen gives me some outside shooting that I need.
Yeah.
But Oubre's so handsome.
That's true.
You get free Gucci if you go with Oubre. Yeah, I love Markkanen, dude.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the guy. I think Chicago's completely fucking him. All right, Josh, you started it. You started it with Giannis. Who are we ending it with?
I'm ending it with the best damn pick the Kings have made in the past fucking 15 years. Boogie Cousins.
Yeah, give me an emotional pick. That's what I love right there.
Give him
A guy
chance,
who
man.
who's
guy
barely
who can
played
no
in the
longer
last
run up
3
and down
years.
the court.
Hey,
Yes.
Drew said he's going to be healthy all
Yeah,
year.
we're assuming everyone's healthy. I
Healthy
still
for
don't know
for Cousins or like actually healthy?
I was going to say I still don't know what a healthy Cousins
All right,
does.
well, here's the deal,
offense.
dude. Like, here's the deal. Even if he's not 100% healthy, at least he's really good in the locker room.
Yeah, right. He's a glue guy.
Yeah, him and Giannis will be great
Yeah.
together.
Oh yeah, he's gonna show
Um,
Giannis. He's gonna get Giannis a DUI.
Yeah. Boogie's great when he's the 8th
Yeah.
option on the fucking court.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping somebody would emotionally take Boogie. That's kind of when Daniel was like, "Why are Fox and Boogie on this?" I'm like, "Because I want someone to make a dumb pick and pick someone with their heart." That's why I put
Damn
him
right.
in there. And that's why I put Harrison Barnes in there too. I was hoping somebody would be jaded enough to be like, "No, Harrison Barnes, he's a good player. I'd have him on
He
the
is a
bench."
good player, but
I've watched
Yeah, he's
Kings
fine.
games.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's a good player. So is Steven Adams. You know, it's like
Yeah.
that's a guy I'd
Steve
much
Adams
rather
is a
have.
good player. I almost
Yeah, I almost
Oh no,
picked
I know.
Adams over
I'm
Boogie.
saying that I would take Steven Adams over Harrison Barnes 10 times out of 10. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot of good players on this list. In fact, I'll run through the teams in here in a second, but like a guy like Jonathan Isaac, I like a lot.
dude,
Obviously,
yeah,
JaVale
like
McGee
Garrett
was a joke.
Allen, I think is dope.
Yeah, Jared Allen's really good. Miles Turner didn't
Miles
get picked.
Turner,
That was a big
yeah.
one. But I guess, small man league right now. We're all kind of paying attention to that. OG Anunoby, what do you guys think of that guy?
I think he's good.
I like him. I just don't know. I think he kind of gets lost in the shuffle in Toronto. Seems like one of those guys when he gets a change of scenery might go for, go big.
I mean, he might also. I think that's his role. It's like he doesn't need to be the Kawhi where he takes over the scoring. He just does all the defense.
Yeah, but when I watch the Raptors, I see a guy who could give you buckets. Like I'm certainly not comparing them as players, but it almost looks like a little bit like James Harden, where it's like if this guy had an offense that was more centered around him, he could be a two-way star, I think.
But maybe Toronto does that. Maybe Lowry gives over some of his fucking ball handling to OG because OG was coming off missing the whole year with Kawhi.
Yeah,
They missed,
but
like-
it seems like, but doesn't it seem like that they're going to run through Siakam? They're going to get most of the touches
for
to
sure.
Siakam anyway. I just mean that like if he was like, obviously I don't think there's a way they do this, but if like Charlotte traded for OG Anunoby and just was like, you're going to be our guy, we're going to put pieces around you to help you succeed, but we want you to be our guy. Like, seems like, I don't know. I just feel bad when guys get lost in the shuffle like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's showing flashes for sure.
I feel really bad for him too.
Yeah. Thanks,
He should
Jack.
make more money. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's making fucking... Actually, he's probably on a rookie salary still, right?
More than I make in a week.
Yeah. Terry Rozier's still on there. That's always a fun one. Terry Rozier's a divisive player. All right, cool. Let's run through this. So Josh is going Drew Holiday at the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Giannis at the 4, Bam Adebayo at the 5, with Zach LaVine, Karis LeVert, and Boogie Cousins on the bench. Daniel's going Dame at the 1, Donovan at the 2, Luka at the 3. He's split between DeRozan or Mikal Bridges at the 4, Gobert at the 5 with Fox, Lauri Markkanen, and either DeRozan or Bridges also on the bench. Then Robert has Trae Young at the 1, Devin Booker at the 2, Kawhi Leonard at the 3, DeMontis Sabonis at the 4, and Andre Drummond at the 5, with Kemba, Maga Porter Jr., and Yusuf Nurkic on the bench. And then finally, Jack has Steph Curry at the 1, CJ McCollum at the 2, Jimmy Butler at the 3, Pascal Siakam at the 4, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 5 with Shea Gilgeous, Dennis Schroeder, and Tobias Harris on the bench. Yeah, I think everyone did fantastic. I'm looking at these teams and I'm like, yeah, there's not one that like is like a sore thumb in terms of fit. Jack definitely went small, young and small, or not small, I guess, but he went young here.
It's like he likes to date.
There you go,
Young and
attaboy,
small.
Jack.
This is such a good exercise to show that even someone like me who thought there were potentially 249 All-Star games, people, even I can put together a pretty fucking good team. That's how many draft picks the Kings have just missed on.
Damn,
It's an excellent point, man, and that's all I could think about when I was looking at that list. Like, there's like, I was joking about Terry Rozier a little bit, but it's like, yeah, dude, I would have much rather had Terry Rozier than Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah.
Like undoubtedly, like even the guys on this list where you're like, that guy's not very, like JaVale McGee. Would you rather have JaVale McGee or Jason Thompson? You know what I mean? In terms of like career longevity, like you're just like, dude, like it's insane how bad it is. Like even the bad guys on this list are better than the guys we drafted.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, when we took Macklemore, I was like, I think we're really going to regret passing on McCollum. That's who I really wanted in that draft, even though there was...
Really?
Yeah.
I regretted passing on Kawhi, but I don't know what I've seen more of. Kings, players that the Kings should have drafted, or Jason Thompson mid-ranger clank off the rim.
Hey, he's a nice guy. He'd always come to the club I was bartending at.
Yeah, he was cool. He's got a nice personality.
He tips cool. He's a very nice
He seemed
guy.
like a nice dude. No one's arguing
personality
that,
could get
Robert.
buckets, dude. He'd be an all-star. You know?
Every time I asked him, I was like, "Don't you got to be up at 4 a.m. to start shooting?" He's like, "No, I definitely don't."
Oh, that's Jimmy Butler. I'm not
that's
getting up
what-
at 4 a.m.
That's what J-Butt does. Yeah, I specifically put in Marcus Morris, Reggie Jackson, and Terrence Ross. All fine players in their own right, but like just to illustrate how bad the Jimmer pick was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those 3 guys are not franchise makers, and I would still rather have every single one. I would have taken all of them with the 1 pick instead of Jimmer. You know what I mean? Like,
don't you look at these things and wonder how many people's careers we would have ruined because we don't develop players? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Kawhi would have been the same player he was in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got
it's a valid point. Yeah, it's a valid. Even
He would have been under
Sabonis.
Cousins, right? Or who would have been?
Yeah.
Who would have been here? Like, still.
I mean, yeah, he would have been. I mean, he got drafted in what, 2011?
I think Kawhi would have came in right when we had Michael Malone,
Yeah.
and that might have worked out. But
Yeah,
if he
Kawhi
came
was-
in right
Kawhi
before
was
then-
2011.
Yeah, and then they would have said they liked him, and then they would have fired him.
Malone,
Yeah.
like, you're fired, bro.
Because
Yeah,
how many
Kawhi would have
coaches-
ended up on like the Pelicans or some shit.
Yeah.
How,
Well,
how
you do
far
have
back did
to.
you
I
go?
mean,
How far back did you go?
2008, because the Kings didn't draft in 2019. So
How
I
many
didn't feel like
coaches have we
could
had
count that.
since then?
Fucking 7.
7.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's almost more years than we drafted. No, dude, that Kawhi, you're right. Like we may not have drafted. We might not have helped his progression much, but like bringing him in at the 3 with Boogie and Tyreek Evans, where he was in 2011, like.
Yeah, because we also brought in Jimmer and then made Tyreek play the 3 when he was a point guard and then a shooting guard.
Yeah.
So like,
Right. Yeah.
Where he had the
Right,
height
be-
advantage. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we had a guy. Because
we had
a guy
Marcus
who-
Thornton too.
Yeah, because Jimmer for 1 month was making deep range 3s, and they were like, "This must be our future." It's fucking bananas. But
Hey man, they got
anyway,
people
guys,
that month though. The revenue went up. They
Yeah, they got season ticket holders.
people
the
got those jerseys.
last thing I'll say is I remember being in high school when they made that Jimmer pick, and where I live, like there's a lot of Mormon people around, and dude, like every Mormon kid I knew was just fucking juiced.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys do not realize how bad of a player he is. Like, he is really not good at basketball.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let's do some plugs. Let's go in the reverse order of what we drafted. Jack, any plugs? Do you have any math classes you'd suggest to anybody?
Yeah, I'm running Khan Academy now. Khan stepped down.
Yeah.
We're mostly doing All-Star Game stuff. Easy, buddy. But no, this is actually the first time I've had such a relevant plug. Tomorrow on this same channel or whatever, at Stab Comedy Theater, I'm doing Kings Talk, which is a show I do with another comedian, Cameron Schmidt. We're going to be watching the draft. Call in. It's like a radio show. Just watch along, and we'll be talking through it. So if you want to hear some math done live tomorrow night when you're watching the draft, call in.
All right. Robert, coming to you. Plugs. Plug it up.
At Bobby and then at Bobby Emoto and then Random Thoughts Podcast. And then I'm not going to plug like rival places that I'm at.
Okay.
This week, right?
Who's your most recent Random Thoughts guest?
Shahira.
Yeah, Shahira was out today, and then
Oh, cool, man. She's a big basketball fan.
Mike Baldwin was last week.
Shahira's a big hoop head. All right.
She is. She has a basketball hoop in her backyard. She actually does.
Does she really?
Yeah, the last
She's
time I
just
went
out
over
there.
there, yeah, Damien and her were shooting. I was like, the hell is this? It's like, you
That's
would not
funny.
expect it, but yeah.
She's all, Jack, I can't quite land this Euro step. Will you help me out here?
That's what you've been working on all quarantine.
Hey man, fuck that. If Shahira's into
Shahira.
basketball at all, she already knows the Euro step. Like I'm convinced that like
Yeah.
she knows she's good, you know?
That's her game, dude. She's
You got like a
got
little
like,
shake Euro step. You're like, damn, all right, break an ankle, Shahira.
you know what Shahira's move would be is pump fake the corner 3, 1 dribble to a mid range, nail it. That's the straight up old.
Right off the glass.
That's the great old white man shit.
Shahira DeRozan.
Yeah, Shahira DeRozan, mid game. All right, Josh, what do you got going on?
At J Means on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. That's all.
Sweet. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Drew Absher, on Instagram at Drew Absher is dumb. Listen to my other podcast I do with the mushmouth idiot Parker Newman, Fill My Heart. Subscribe to that Patreon and keep tuning into Stab Comedy Theater.
Do I get
Hang
to plug
out
anything
here.
or no?
What's that?
Do I get to plug anything or no?
Oh, I
Yeah.
jumped right over you. dude.
Daniel had the
Sorry.
worst
Yeah,
team. He doesn't
Yeah,
get to
just
play
close it
anything.
out. Just close it out.
First of all,
Go ahead, Drew.
second best team. So
Daniel, go for it. Sorry, I totally
I'm giving
jumped over
Josh
you.
the
Sorry.
best team, but I'll fucking take 7 games.
All right, fine. I'll give you second best. You have mine first. All right, fine.
So
Say your
today
plugs.
I fucked off my Facebook account, so that's not a thing anymore. And then so Instagram, my name, Daniel Humbarger, and then tonight I'm doing Capital Punishment on Twitch. So after you're done checking out all the awesome shit on Stab, then come over and watch us do it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Stay here for Stab. Buddy's obscure movie trivia show is coming up next, and then Jesse will throw you over to someone else's channel after that. All right, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you. Let's pray the Kings don't fuck up tomorrow night with the
They will.
12th pick. They will, and then we'll run Monte McNair out of town with the
Nah,
fucking
fuck that,
pitchfork.
man.
At least it's the 12th, not the 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's hard to the lower you go, the harder it is to fuck up. All right, guys, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. See ya. Bye.
To Jason Thompson.
All right. Thank you one more time,
He's a
Drew,
great guy.
Jack, Roberts,
Dude,
Daniel,
Later.
and Josh. He already left, so that's why I forgot who to thank. He is quick out the door.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for checking into Sports Ball. Like Drew said, do come back at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock, for the Obscure Movie Trivia Show with Buddy and crew. In the meantime, and of course, after Obscure Movie Trivia, we will send everybody over to Capital Puns like we generally do on Tuesdays, because it's the nice thing to do, guys. I think we're just going to let you guys go have dinner. Nobody to send you to right now, so we will see you back here at 8 o'clock for Obscure Movie Trivia Show. See you then.
And you're the lower you go, the harder it is to fuck up. That's just like a metaphor for life.
That's true. Yes.